What a great looking class, the class of 2006 at ECOT. You know, it wasn't just 6 years ago when there were 14 students graduating in June from ECOT. Last year, all the way up to 682. And this year, total graduates, and I know they all couldn't be with us today, but they are watching, is over 1,000 graduates from ECOT this year. So congratulations, great job. Again, great looking group, and some of your friends, your fellow graduates are also watching live at home today, the entire program. So the best of them as well, and congratulations for all those across the state of Ohio participating all the way from Cleveland to Cincinnati to Toledo to Steubenville, Ohio, across the state in this wonderful graduating program. And you know, the weather, I think, has cooperated. It's going to be a pleasant afternoon, and I think the rain will hold off so we can all arrive safely at our destinations later this afternoon. You know, isn't this a great venue, though? And you stop and think about some of the others that have been on this stage recently, from Ozzy Osbourne, and of course, you're going to look much better than Ozzy, but Rod Stewart, Brooks and Dunn, the Stones, Jimmy Buffett, for all you parrot heads out there, stood right here. Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Gosh, Nickelback's coming. What's the world coming to? But you're going to be the star show at Germain Amphitheater for this season, believe me. So again, congratulations. And now what I'd like to do is ask one of our graduates, Brandon Bryant of Sydney, Ohio, to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Brandon, if you could all please rise. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brandon. I'd like to introduce at this time our stage guests, those that joined us today. First of all, I'd like to say this. We would like all of these stage guests to stand, and please, if you could, hold your applause until they're all introduced, and I'd appreciate that. First, I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker and our guest of honor today, our state's Attorney General, James Petro, and his wife, Nancy Petro. I'd like to introduce as well our CEO, our founder from Altair, Mr. Bill Lager. Our superintendent of schools, who you met earlier, Mr. Jeffrey Forrester. The director of community schools for our sponsor at Lucas County Educational Service Center, Mr. Jim George. The board president for the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow, Mr. Jack McKenna. The first vice president of our board of directors, Mr. Steve Brown. Also, our second vice president of the board is Mr. Hal Babson. It's in the second row. And also a board member and parliamentarian of our board, Ms. Cindy Reese. Karen Arnold joins us from Lucas County, our ex officio board member, Karen Arnold. Pam Bennett, our newest board member. Pam. Jack Culp is the executive director of K-12 education for ECOT. Jennifer Shore is the coordinator for Lucas County Educational Service Center in ECOT. We have Karen Smith. All you seniors know her. She's our senior advisor, the best senior advisor in Ohio. We have Stephen Sellers, the chief of operations for the electronic classroom. We have Teresa Berry, who is the Vice President of Operations for Altair. We have Dr. Kristen Kask, our Chief Educational Consultant. We have Vernell Bristow, the Educational Technical Director. We have Mary Ann Latimer, the Director of Exceptional Children for ECOT. And to my left, your right, is the principal of the high school, Brent Dearball. We also have many graduates. I'll ask them all to stand, all those on stage to stand, who will be recognized during the program, from valedictorians to class speakers to ECOT students from the first year of ECOT. I'd like them all to stand. Please now give all stage guests a round of applause. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce one more time and bring him up to the podium with me is our superintendent, Mr. Jeffrey Forrester, for I think what will be a very important announcement. Mr. Forrester.
Thanks, Skip. It's our distinct pleasure to announce that ECOT is out of academic emergency. And not just out of it, but we're out of it by a wide margin. We have, and you have, and all of you people have shown that e-education works. Young people can learn over the internet. E-education works, and you're here to prove it. We have 1,000 people across the state, and you 600 here. That surely shows that. We've gone one step on the report card, and possibly higher. We're keeping our fingers crossed, but it's all because of your effort, and I thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Forrester. That's great news. Great news for all e-learning students across the country that it can make a difference for students. And you know, just to bring you just a little bit of perspective about that announcement that Mr. Forrester made, the state of Ohio has been testing high-stakes testing, starting with the 9th grade proficiency test, and now, of course, the OGT test, going back to the early 90s, 1991. And that's a lot of years that Ohio's been working on that. You know, 4 out of the top 5 school districts in Ohio, even though that's been now some 15 years ago, are still in academic emergency, and those are the brick and mortar schools from which many of you came to us because they couldn't serve your needs. And I just want to tell you that the first 3 years of ECOT, where they were writing all the rules and regulations, there was no way to monitor this appropriately, and we were exempted. But in the 3 years we've been doing this, we've jumped that category in about 1/3, or in some cases 1/5 the time of all the other major urban schools in the state of Ohio. And that is so significant. So once again, I think it's time that, Mr. Forrester, we recognize some people that made that possible.
Absolutely. It wasn't the people up here. There were many of us that helped us do that, and I would like to recognize that. I'd first like to have our staff, the ECOT teachers and staff all over. Would you please rise wherever you are? The ECOT staff, get up. Still keep standing. Come on, Bert, you can get up. The ECOT staff remain standing. And now it'd only be appropriate. The year we made it, it was the class of 2006. That's you. Stand up. We got to give you a round of applause. You're the ones that did it for us. And our teachers and our staff on stage, we couldn't have done it without the help of all the parents and friends and support that you had. Would all of you that supported the class of 2006 stand up? Stand up and get a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. You deserve it. Again, thank you all. We did it, and we appreciate all your efforts. Thank you.
Well, that'll quiet some critics of e-learning, believe me. Again, we appreciate all you do. Now we'd like to hear from a very special ECOT student. Her name is Michelle Kephart. She's from Paynesville, Ohio, near Cleveland, Ohio. Michelle is our senior speaker today and one of our valedictorians with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. She's also one of the charter members of the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow, which means the very first year ECOT opened, she has been with us since that year. And that is one exceptional young lady. What a special story she has to tell. So now I'd like to invite Michelle, and let's give her a round of applause. Michelle.
I am truly honored to be able to stand before all of my peers, my teachers, my staff, my parents, and my friends, not only out of pride, but to express my gratitude to the many who have helped all of us get to this day. The last day of our high school years, the day we begin our journey into the rest of our lives. As we leave this ceremony today, some of us will know what we want to do and what path we want to take in our life, and some of us won't. This is part of what makes us individuals and allows us the time we need to make the decisions that are right for each and every one of us. In comparison, I remember the day I graduated from elementary school, where the biggest decision I had to make was how to cope with the fear I had of going to a new school and joining a whole new world of sixth graders. My friends and I kind of held each other and cried, but as I think back on it, I realized that the tears were not because we had to leave each other, but because we were all scared to death. Today, we can all hold our heads high with pride, knowing that we have faced and overcome the many challenges we have already experienced during our young lives. We now carry with us the confidence to know that whatever obstacle we face in our adult lives, we can and will continue to achieve the goals that we set. The success we all feel today is not only because of our own determination and hard work, but it is also the result of the support and encouragement given to us by the dedicated and greatest teachers in the world, the staff of the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow, and from our parents and family members who were there every minute that we needed them. I think I can speak for all of my fellow graduates when I say that without all of you, our task would have been so much harder. And we thank all of you, as we will never forget who it was that helped us to move forward year after year, while day in and day out bringing a smile to our face. They can make a day better with just a few simple words. Their kindness inspires me and all of us to become better people. It does not matter what path each of us takes. What matters is that we must never forget that it is from our generation that future leaders of our country, cities, and communities will come. We have the opportunity to make the difference, even if our contribution is to do just one small thing for someone less fortunate than us. We have the opportunity to share our knowledge and give the support and encouragement we received, and most importantly, to understand that being different is how we come together to make a better world. I would now like to read a poem called Dream Big. This poem is by an unknown author. Dream big. If there were ever a time to dare to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart, something that is worth your aspiration, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count, have fun, and dig deep. Know, though, that things worth doing seldom come easily. There will be times when you want to turn around, pack it up, and call it quits. Those times tell you that you are pushing yourself and that you are not afraid to learn by trying. Persist, because with an idea, determination, and the right tools, you can do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and let your heart guide you. Trust. Believe in the incredible power of the human mind, of doing something that makes a difference, of working hard, of laughing and hoping, of lasting friends, of all the things that will cross your path. The start of something new brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you, and you will pass this way but once. I am very humbled to have had the opportunity to speak to all of you today. And I would specifically like to thank Mr. Jim Stewart and Mr. Soren Fanning, who I don't believe could be here today, my parents, and my sister Kristen, because it's people like them that make this world go around. Congratulations, class of 2006. We did it. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle, for those special thoughts. Very nice job. Now I'd like to introduce our board president, Mr. Jack McKenna. And I want to say a little bit about Jack, if I may. Of course, in addition to being about 6'6" and a big guy, he's got a heart of gold. This gentleman, who's been our board president for the last year and a half and a little more, has spent countless hours serving ECOT in support of our mission. Under his leadership, he has promoted and assisted ECOT in providing all the necessary infrastructure to increase our academic achievement levels. Of course, you heard the announcement a few moments ago. It could not have happened without Jack's direct support and leadership at the board level. But as well, Jack has made some very sound fiscal decisions that kept us in total compliance with state law and the Ohio Department of Education. So I'd like Jack to come up now, and please give him a nice round of applause. He will introduce our featured speaker today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Gosh, I didn't realize it was quite that good. I'm going to have to go home and tell my wife so she'll appreciate me a little bit more. On behalf of the Board of ECOT, I would like to add our congratulations to the class of 2006. Congratulations for earning your diplomas today. May you continue to enjoy the success and happiness that your hard work has brought you to at this point. It's my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce Mr. Jim Petro, who is the Attorney General of the state of Ohio. We share many things with Mr. Petro. In his years of public service, he was Auditor of State at the time that ECOT had its beginnings. It was those demands and thorough audits that he put us through that started ECOT on the grounds or on the right footing to be in the sound financial condition that we're in today, and we certainly appreciate that. Thank you for heading us in the right direction. Additionally, we're all just thrilled to death about the exiting academic emergency, and I think something that the ECOT staff and faculty shares with Mr. Petro is that they came to the board many months ago and said that we would exit academic emergency. They said they would, and they delivered on those promises, and we certainly are thrilled to have that. Similarly, Mr. Petro has always told people that what he was intending to do when he was put into office, he then went about delivering, and we're all benefiting from the things that he's done. When he ran for Attorney General, he said that the state of Ohio should be more involved with things like DNA testing, and the state of Ohio today leads the nation in using DNA testing to help solve criminal cases. And I think we've all read in the paper there was even one gentleman who was exonerated who had been incarcerated erroneously because of that DNA testing. Additionally, he saw that technology had a lot to deliver to the legal authorities around the state of Ohio, and today over 1,000 of those agencies partake of communicating with each other to help them in delivering their services to the public. He's continued to run that office at a very high level of service and was able last year to return $10.5 million to our general fund because of the efficiencies that they were able to achieve. Before he leaves office, he will return approximately $1 billion, and that's with a B, dollars of money that they have been able to collect, debts that were owed that no one had been able to do before, and that's unprecedented. So we're thrilled to have him here with us this afternoon. He's accompanied by his wife, Nancy, who has recently retired from a successful software career. He's constantly supported by the admiration of their sons, John and Corey, who have graduated college and are pursuing business careers of their own. So I would like for you to join me in welcoming Mr. Jim Petro, and we thank him for his leadership and direction and to address our class of 2006.
Jack, thank you very much. Congratulations, class of 2006. I am pleased to be among these distinguished people to offer those congratulations. Congratulations to ECOT. In this year, you are graduating not twice as many, you're graduating more than half of your total graduates since ECOT began. I think that's an overwhelming achievement. Congratulations to all of the ECOT students, of course the graduates, but of course the faculty, the administration, the board. This has been a remarkable achievement, and of course I was a state constitutional officer as ECOT was beginning, as charter schools were beginning in Ohio, and it was during that time I was a little bit skeptical about e-learning. But very quickly I became convinced that e-learning really could work effectively, and ECOT is the best example of that success. I congratulate all of you for your participation in this great experiment. At the same time, I will point out that ECOT has not hesitated to continue to advance their skills in doing more and more, in having a higher level of quality, in advancing on that whole scale of academic achievement. And I think that is absolutely terrific. Over the years, I've had a lot of opportunity to deliver commencement addresses. As I was sitting here today, I was remembering probably the first commencement address I heard, and it was 40 years ago this weekend. It happened to be my high school commencement. I graduated from high school 40 years ago. And I'll bet you didn't think I was that old, did you? Although all of you in the audience probably did, and so I probably ought to just slow down on that issue. But I graduated from Brooklyn High School, which is right outside of Cleveland, Ohio, and it was in those years that I never knew what I would do. I didn't know what career I'd pursue. I certainly never thought I'd get into a role of running for public office, but as I went through college, as I made a decision to go on to law school, I began to learn more and more about things that I would wish to pursue, and there were points that arose during that period of time that became guideposts for me. And so as I give this commencement address, I thought I would strive to identify some guideposts that have been helpful to me. I thought for a moment about 10 minutes ago that, Michelle, you are a tough act to follow. And in many ways, some of the guideposts I've talked about, you've already talked about. But I'm going to talk about them again just from my own reference. And actually the first one, number one of my list of 8 that I made, really deals with something that was incorporated in that poem that was, I think you called it, Dream Big. Because my first guidepost, if I were to give you any direction or any advice based on my 40 years since I graduated from high school, it would be to have a dream. That has got to be the most important part of what you look for in the future, is to look at what your goals are and dream big. Don't hesitate to have a dream, and include within that dream the goal to improve the lives of other people that are around you, people in your community, because if you don't have that goal, who will? It is so important that within our dreams, we dream for others also. The second component of those guideposts is to take risks. Don't hesitate to take a chance. I have always, as I got into public service, had to take risks every few years because I have to run for election. I've had 13 contested elections over the years. I've lost twice, most recently about 5 weeks ago. And so you really do learn that when you get into elective office, when you seek elective service, you realize that someone's going to lose, and it could very well be you. And I point out to people who want to pursue public service, don't run if you're afraid to lose, because that's always one of the components. But you always have to recognize the importance of taking risks. Michael Jordan was very fond of saying, and he said this very often, and I think all of you know Michael Jordan. He was a great basketball player. He's a great American athlete. I think most everybody knows who he is. But he typically pointed out that in his career, he missed over 9,000 shots. He lost over 300 games. 26 times he was called into the court to take what could be the game-winning shot, and he missed it. He failed time and time again, but that's why he succeeded, because you can't score if you don't take the shot. And so again, I toss out that guidepost, don't hesitate to take risks. Pursue excellence in everything you do, and I'll tell you, one of the great examples of pursuing excellence is the past 6 years of ECOT. To have continued to advance on the scale of academic achievement is very noteworthy. And pursuing excellence and quality is something that has been my professional guideline in 33 years serving as a lawyer. ECOT has pursued excellence and quality and has succeeded. Each of you in your studies have pursued excellence and quality, and today is clear evidence with your graduation that you have succeeded. Keep that up. Pursue, this is number 4, pursue lifelong learning. Many of you will be going on to school this year. Maybe you'll be going on to school beyond your high school diploma in years to come. But I really recommend to you that you keep looking at that opportunity. If you don't do it this year, do it in the years to come. Always remember the importance of lifelong learning. I graduated from a high school with a class of 200, 1/5 the size of your class. In my graduation class at Brooklyn High School 40 years ago, only 5 students went right on to college. It was a working class community. Not many people were going to go on to college right away. But as I went back year after year for our reunions, more and more students had opted to go to college, to community college, to our Cleveland State University. Again, I'm a Clevelander. And so we continued to see those of my classmates pursue lifelong learning. And their careers and their dreams were far beyond their expectations earlier, achieved as a result of that desire to pursue lifelong learning. And whatever you do, understand the importance of reading. Even though you now read on a computer screen, keep that up also. The whole notion of gaining knowledge requires that you continue to read the written word on a screen or on a page. That is going to give you the opportunity to dream, to take risks, to learn, and to really achieve that standard that I've mentioned, that being of lifelong learning. I learned to love to read when I was very young. I continued reading through all of my years, school and beyond. I noted to my wife the other day that when I was 11 and 12 years old, I read a lot of things about other parts of the world. And one area that I'd kept reading about was the area of Normandy in northern France, and the fact that we had, on June 6, 1944, invaded Normandy as the United States and Britain joined together to do so in order to free the continent of Europe from the scourge of the Nazis during World War II. I always read about it, dreamed about seeing it, and 2 weeks ago, having read for years all about this, I had a chance to visit there. What I'm saying is that by reading, by pursuing lifelong learning, it's more than just achieving your goals, it's actually giving you richness to your life. And I truly encourage that. Number 5 on my list today is to respect the views of others, respect your neighbors and citizens, show genuine respect because it's the only way you'll receive genuine respect. That respect then can be mutual. Conduct yourselves, when you conduct yourselves with respect, with real civility. I learned when I was Auditor of State for 8 years, and we would examine the operations of over 5,000 governments in Ohio, I learned that when people were treating one another with disrespect, when they were treating one another with incivility, when they would have shouting matches at city council meetings or at school board meetings, when the mayor of a community didn't get along with the members of council, when they were constantly bumping heads, I learned then that they were the first units of government to have financial problems because they couldn't pay attention to the basic details of operation just because of their disrespect or their incivility. Nothing will cause failure more than an attitude of disrespect and incivility, and so I encourage you to keep that point in mind. Number 6 on my list is to be an innovator. One of the great innovations of this decade has been the charter school movement, and I would say that e-learning and the electronic classroom of tomorrow have been a terrific innovation for education in the state of Ohio. At the same time, Mr. McKenna pointed out in his introduction that I've strived to be an innovator in my work for the last 12 years in state office, building new technology, recognizing the importance of communicating broadly. We now communicate with over 1,000 law enforcement agencies with a web-based system we call the Ohio Law Enforcement Gateway. It shares every bit of data of every law enforcement agency in the state in real time. And that innovation is protecting lives throughout the state. Our DNA database, our database of accounting standards that we provided when I was Auditor of State, all were innovations that caused me to believe that really the only reason to seek these offices that cause you to allow you to run things at the state level is to try new ideas, and I've had the opportunity to do that. Real success comes with the achievement of new ideas, and I urge you to pursue that and to be an innovator. Always strive to maintain the highest standards of personal character and integrity and honesty. That's a standard that you must stick with. All of you learn that as you perform your work, as you perform your studies in an e-learning mode. You learn that you have to be honest, not only with yourself, but with those people who are going to measure your performance. And so I think you've got that first step undertaken, but understand and recognize the importance of honesty and integrity. I'm using sports stories today. I talked about Michael Jordan. Probably very few of you, but the families and the parents will remember Ted Williams, one of America's baseball greats. In his second to last season, he had a lousy season. He had a pinched nerve. He actually batted .254. It was the worst batting average he'd had in 30 years of baseball. He had never hit that poorly. He had less than 10 home runs in the full season. He was ashamed of himself. But as he began what he intended to be his last season, he received the contract from the Boston Red Sox. And it was the contract that once again was the richest contract in baseball. He was being paid more than any other baseball player. And he looked at it and he sent it back with a note and said, "I don't deserve this." He was being totally honest. He didn't deserve it because he hadn't performed up to the level that he was getting paid to perform at. He sent it back, he insisted that they cut it, and he wound up agreeing to a 25% cut in his salary for his last season. In his last season, he batted .320. He achieved home run standards that he'd failed to achieve in prior years, and in his last at bat, he hit a home run. Ted Williams had a great ending season, a season that he deliberately cut his own pay dramatically because he was honest and true and filled with integrity as he expressed his worth to the baseball team that hired him. The last point that I want to make in my comments today deal with your personal responsibility. You've really achieved a strong measure of demonstrating personal responsibility just in your work, in achieving your graduation today from high school, in the work that you've done to, in many cases, work on your own to meet the standards that are necessary to realize a high school diploma. Continue that approach to personal responsibility. You're responsible for your success or your failure through life. There's a measure of luck in everything we do. I've been blessed by a lot of opportunities. You will be too, we hope. But always understand that you're ultimately responsible for what occurs through the balance of your life. Be responsible. When our kids were younger, and they are 29 and 27, but 20 years ago, when they were 7 years old and 9 years old, we took John and Corey on their first trip to Washington, D.C. And it was there that we vacationed for a week, visiting all the monuments and memorials, historical sites throughout Washington, D.C. And on one beautiful sunny day, we went and visited Arlington Cemetery, and there we had an opportunity to pay our respects at the tomb of President John F. Kennedy. Surrounding that eternal flame in the center of the tomb of John F. Kennedy are placards that identify things that he said throughout his public career and particularly during his presidency. And one of them was a line from his inaugural address that most people have not heard before. But in that inaugural address, in my mind, I found it very moving as I read it, but in my mind, he identified the essence of responsibility when he said, "Let us go forth to govern the land we love, asking God's help and God's blessing, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own. Your work is your responsibility. Your success, your achievement will be your responsibility. That will be your own work." Congratulations on the responsibility you've demonstrated so far. God bless you. Good luck as you move forward.
Wow, that was great, and I want to sincerely thank Attorney General Petro for joining us today, and also his lovely wife, Nancy. And thank you for that inspiring message to our graduates today and to all of us indeed. Also for some tremendous leadership for the state of Ohio for many years, Jim, so thanks again. Before I introduce Mr. Culp and Mr. George, in thinking about those 8 correlates that Attorney General Petro just spoke about to you, and I know it's your day, but bear with me just for a minute because I think it's time that I strayed from the agenda for just a moment. When I think about some of those things he spoke of, I started thinking about people that influenced my life and people that lived up to those or worked toward those every day, and things that I can see, things that they demonstrate that are visible. And so I'm going to talk about this guy for a moment, and he's not going to like it, doesn't want me to do this, but here we go. There's a visionary that I know who thought about a wonderful idea years ago, and it was to form an electronic environment for kids to get their education. Believe it or not, it was in Ohio. Believe it or not, it was in Columbus, Ohio, where this happened. This guy was a pioneer, and he's being recognized nationally for what he's done and brought to e-learning. He just happens to be an unsung hero, I think, for students across the state of Ohio who needed this opportunity, this flexible opportunity to continue your education, to graduate. Many of you ahead of time, but certainly for those that had to work to support your family, gave you the flexibility to do it at your own speed. Truly dedicated to helping kids across Ohio, nationally, and beyond. He's a great father and a good friend of mine. Let me introduce and have him stand just for a moment for some recognition, our founder and CEO, Bill Lager. I'll pay for that, but that's okay. Now back to the kids. This is your day. I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Mr. Jack Culp. He's going to make some presentations for some very special graduates of ours today. And also joining him will be Mr. Jim George, the Director of Community Schools for ECOT, sponsor the Lucas County Educational Service Center in Toledo, Ohio. Gentlemen, if you could both come forward and let's honor some students at this time. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas.
On behalf of the entire staff of the Lucas County Education Service Center, our Superintendent of Schools, Sandra Frisch, and our Board of Directors, I would like to say that we are the proud sole sponsors of ECOT since its inception, and especially after hearing those great words of encouragement today with the test scores, we want to congratulate you, Mr. Lager, and the staff and the students for a job well done. Congratulations to all of you in the class of 2006. Today, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce one of you who is going to be the proud recipient of the scholarship awarded on behalf of us as a sponsor. I had the pleasure of meeting this young man a few moments ago. His name is Jonathan Mason. I interviewed him and talked to him a little bit, and I got to know him briefly, and what a fine young man he is. He's from Youngstown, Ohio. He's going to be attending Youngstown State University in the fall of the year. He's familiar with that school because he actually did post-secondary options work both there and at Kent State University this past year, where he was on the dean's list. I asked him, well, how successful were you in your grades at ECOT? And humbly he said, I earned a perfect 4.0. There's no doubt in my mind that the field that he has chosen to go into, he tells me he wants to be a dentist, that he will be successful. The only thing I asked him is, please keep me in mind because I have a mouthful of dental work that needs to be done and I need a discount desperately. Jonathan, would you please come up and receive your award?
Hello. It is my pleasure to recognize Melissa Krebs as a deserving recipient of the Founders Scholarship. Melissa lives in Masonry, Ohio, also is graduating from ECOT with a perfect 4.0. She has been accepted at Penn State University and plans to enroll there in the fall and study graphic design. Melissa is an ECOT Eagle Pride Award winner. She has also earned awards for composition. In her spare time, Melissa volunteers at a local food bank that has collected and sent food all over the world. Furthermore, as part of her graphic design work, she has illustrated a children's book that has been published. So congratulations to Melissa Krebs for the Founders Scholarship Award. Melissa. Unable to join us today is Amber Vanderveer. Amber lives in Gennaro, Ohio, graduating from She's here. Where is Amber? Stand up, Amber. Come up here, Amber. I can make this work. While Amber is on her way, I'm going to acknowledge a very special group that's part of our platform guests. These pupils, these graduates, have been with ECOT since 2000. They started with us, and today they've accomplished the goal of graduating from high school. So please recognize, stand for us, our graduates that have been with ECOT since 2000. Please stand. Would you acknowledge them with me? Well, hello, Amber. How are you? Yeah. For some reason, I just have to tell you I'm not perfect. But we're glad Amber's here anyway. This is Amber Vanderveer. Amber lives in Gennaro, Ohio, is graduating from ECOT as an honor student. And because Amber and I didn't get a chance to spend much time together, I'm going to have to interview her a little bit in front of you. Amber plans on attending the University of Findlay. Amber, what do you plan on studying?
Physician's assistant.
A physician's assistant. Amber, what do you enjoy doing in your spare time? You don't know? Well, you must like to read because you earned an honor roll and a scholarship.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming. You want to stay up here with us, or you want to go back to your seat? You can stay up here. Yes, you can stay up here. Well, our special guest speaker, the Attorney General, said to take a risk, so here it goes. Also receiving a scholarship and unable to join us today is Jared Graham. Jared lives in Loveland, Ohio, and Jared will receive the Ohio Board of Regents Scholarship. We are proud of him as well. Thank you so very much for your attention.
And again, I want to say hello and congratulations to Jared, who is watching from our webcast today from Loveland. Congratulations, Jared. You know, now it's a magical time that all of you are waiting for, graduates of 2006. I'd like to have Superintendent Jeff Forrester, joined by our founder, Mr. Lager, and ECOT's board and Attorney General Petro will now start with the program for receiving diplomas. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Brent Dearball, who is our principal. And let's start that part of the program, Mr. Dearball. Thank you.
This is a little out of order, but I would like to have all our graduates stand up at this time. Now, without further delay, President McKenna, members of the board, I hereby certify to you that the class of 2006 of the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow has met or soon will meet the prescribed requirements of the ECOT Board of Directors and the State Board of Education for graduation from high school, and each member is deemed eligible and prepared to receive the appropriate diploma. It is with great pride that I present to you the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow, class of 2006. Graduates, you may sit down, please.
Reading the names will be Ms. Vernell Briscoe and also Mr. Gary Gulke.
First 4 or 5 get their honor for. I'll announce it. I'll say it. Yes. It's okay. We straight. I got it. Michelle Kephart, valedictorian, honor cord. Brandon Bryant, honor cord. Melissa Krebs, valedictorian, honor cord. Jonathan Mason, valedictorian, honor cord. Emily Crawford, valedictorian, honor cord. Tina Taylor. Allison Daly. Daniel Bunge, honor cord. Kristen Kephart, honor cord. Amber Ambergy. Misty Ambergy. David Connor, honor cord. Jessica L. Johnson. Nicholas Johnson. Ian Snap. Candace Jakubka, Honor Cord. Colleen Tracy. Amy Vanderveer. Luke Adkins, Honor Cord. Kyle Albright, Honor Cord. Jennifer Alexander. Ashley Allen, Honor Cord Art Award. Stacy Anderson. Amanda Armstrong, Honor Cord. Nikki Artiage, Honor Cord. Sarah Ashberg, Baugh. Shannon Barkus.
Jennifer Bartram. Tim Baxter. Brittany Bennett. Jamie Bentz. Jessica Berkshire. Veronica Berrien. Ashley Bertram, Honor Cord. Ryan Bickley, Honor Cord. Ryan Bish. Susan Blackburn. Amanda Bladen. Andrew Blankenship.
Jennifer Boggs. Nancy Bonelli. Terry Booth. Mickey Bostic. Katie Boyd. Kevin Boyle, Honor Cord. Taryn Bradford. Joseph Brigner. Angel Briskin. Shantae Brown, Honor Cord.
Tierra Brown. Yasria Brian, Honor Cord. Anissa Bryant, Honor Cord. Brandy Buckner. Joyce Birch, Honor Cord. Catherine Burden, Honor Cord. Brian Burrell. Natalia Burnett. Amanda Burris. Stephanie Butterbaugh, Honor Cord. Kimberly Buzzard. Lisa Carter.
Start with Benjamin Brown and Christy Ball.
Michelle Cassidy. Stephen Castilla.
They came in late and they got in line.
Benjamin Ball. Christy Ball. Amanda Clark. Amber Klein. Corey Collins. Armesia Combs, Honor Cord. Colin Cousins, Honor Cord. Sarah Crenshaw. Amanda Cunningham. Justin Curry. Stephen Davidson, Honor Cord. Carl Davis. Heather Davis, Honor Cord. Katina Davis, Honor Cord. Lindsay Davis, Honor Cord.
Amber Denton. Justin Dexter. Amanda Diamond. Maxine Dick. Jerry Dirks. Louise Ellison. Sharon Thane. Samantha Fan Honor Cord. William Fisher. Kristen Flagg. Kayla Flannery. Peggy Fleener.
Ashley Fraley. Melissa Fraley. Zachary Francis. Sarah Fritz Honor Cord. Honor Cord, Skip. She was on. Olivia Gaines. Ronicia Gatewood. Jessica Gauze. Courtney George. James Geddes. Mallory Giles. Lisa Gladigan. Eric Godwin Honor Cord. Nitaria Goff. Edward Gould. Justin Granlund. Ashley Graves, Honor Cord. Casey Green. Laura Green, Honor Cord. Mika Gulick. Linda Higgins. Brittany Hall, Honor Cord.
Chelsea Hall. Thomas Hall, Honor Cord. Tiffany Hall. Miranda Hamble. Buffy Harmon. Renee Harris. Kylie Hawley. Jamie Hendricks. Jessica Hensley. Brittany Hermeling. Michael Hermeling, Honor Cord. Benjamin Heron. Medina Hill. Sydney Hines. Katie Hionis. Heather Hip. Mary Hogue, Honor Cord. Deidre Hooper.
Mary Hopkins. Tim Horn. Simone Huggins. Emily Huey. Laura Ide. Priscilla Ide. Steve Inebnit. Jessica Jackson. Garnell Jameson. Nicole Janey. Julie Jester. Ashley Johnson. Brandy Johnson. Darlene Johnson. Jessica J. Johnson. Stevie Johnson.
Joshua Jones. Kimberly Jones. Ariel Jordan. Tiffany Jordan. Christine Jump. Honor Cord. Amanda Keller, Honor Cord, Senior Art Award. Ashley Kelly. Amy Kennedy, Honor Cord. Cynthia Kennedy, Honor Cord. Erica Kent, Honor Cord. Devin Kidd. Andrea Kilgore, Honor Cord. Harold Kinser. Ashley King. Tawny King. Kendra Kinsey. Christopher Klee. Amanda Kleintank. Stephanie Knopf. Joni Constanzer. Joni Constanzer. Lisa Cole. Nicole LaCroix. Sean Lane. Brandon Lanning.
Carlos Lara, Honor Cord. Bridget Lawson. Caitlin Lemasters. Megan Lilo. Christopher Liming. Gina Linkus. Tracy Linton Honor Cord. Tamika Literal. Eric Logan. Kaylee Lovelace. Amanda Main Dial. Michael Maines. Ashley Malice. Kira Manton. Amber Markham. Kevin Markham. Tamara Markham. Ashley McCoy. Lindsay McCoy, Honor Cord. Chelsea McCullough. Devin McGowan. Aubrey McMillan. Kristen McQueen. Heather Meerhoff, Honor Cord. Caitlin Metzger, Honor Cord.
Stephen McTarian. Tina Miller. Cassandra Milner. Audrey Mitchell. Delilah Mitchell. Neil Mitchell. Carisha Monk. Melody Moore. Sean B. Moore. Sean M. Moore, Honor Cord. Kristen Morgan. Melissa Morris. Caitlin Mosier. Joseph Moyers. Amber Murphy. Frank Myers. Amanda Nance. Eric Neighbor. Chelsea Newton. Jimmy Negemeyer, Honor Cord. Suzanne Norman Honor Cord. Mackenzie Norris.
Tapricia Norris. Jessica Owen. Ashley Palsick. Trenton Parks. Kaylee Parmerter. Matthew Patrick. Mark Pavlik Honor Cord. Heather Pugh. Ashley Phillips Honor Cord. Heather Pickett. Megan Pierce. Dana Plapper Honor Cord. Chelsea Pointer. Danielle Poling. Lindsay Potter. Melinda Pritchard. Dale Prunchak. Monette Pullum. Nicole Peisel. Kaylee Quate. Juliana Rado Honor Cord. Alexander Rawls Honor Cord. Sarah Rambaugh.
Rebecca Reisinger. Sarah Reisinger. Carly Revore. Dan Reynolds. Joel Rice Honor Cord. Brittany Ryder. Catherine Riggle. Josue Rios. Emily Roberts. Jessica Robinson. Matilde Roca. Cassandra Rorig. Sarah Rose. Stevie Ross. Utahana Ross. Ashley Rowe. Braden Rudd. Christina Saul. Christina Schubert. Chris Scoggins. Elizabeth Scott Honor Cord.
Tiffany Siebert. Mercedes Schamberger. Carissa Sharp. Divini Shepard. Jamal Shepard. Amanda Sherman. Michelle Shiflett. Alexander Simpson. Christina Sims. Amanda Searchin. Amber Smith. Charles Smith. Jasmine K. Smith. Justin Smith. Caitlin Smith. Sabrina Smith Honor Cord. Samantha Smith. Sean Soliday. Sumaya Solomon Honor Cord. Richard Spencer. India Spidell. Shannon Spissick. Kristen Sprague. Cheryl Stahl.
Go Cheryl.
Alicia Stanley Honor Cord. Bradley Stanley. Joshua Stape. Amy Steckel.
Kara Steele. Christopher Stewart. Brandon Stokes Honor Cord. Keela Stonerock. Christopher Story. Jacqueline Sugowski. Patricia Sutherland. John Sweetle. Toria Tarvin. Stephen Taylor. Lacey Terry. Corey Temis. Brittany Tobias. Angelina Tolaro. Michael Tomlinson. Shauna Townsell. Anthony Tran. Paulina Trunzo Honor Cord. John Tuggle. Megan Twinning. Rebecca Van Alpen. Brandon Vance. Nicole Vital. Stephen Velocity.
Danielle Winneman. Jessica Westcott. Brian Westcott. Jasmine White. Danielle Whitesell. Rachel Whitmore. Shonda Wicker. Nicholas Wigand. Brittany Williams. Nisa Williams. Lisa Willison. Jenna Willoughby. David Wilson. Kyle Wilson. Mallory Wilson. Nathaniel Winston. Candace Winton. Matthew Wolf Honor Cord. Suprina Wooden. Danisha Woods. Lamia Woods. Anna Wolfick. Lisa Weimer. Rebecca Yoakum. Caitlin Zimmett, Honor Cord. Ashley Marsh. Kimberly Ickes. Danielle Kenzig. Trisha Johnston. And Sarah Bierman. That's all. That's it, Skip. We're done. Who is it? What's the name? Paul Bryant. Campbell. Reginald Campbell. Ashley Betton. Ashley Heiser. Jonathan Humphrey. Christopher Jenkins. Jade Battle. Adrian Reese. Melinda Routh. Jared Seabaugh. Ebony White.
I believe the last of our graduates are now seated. Now it's time to do something that's quite a tradition everywhere graduating classes are at today and any other day. It's time for the traditional tassel turn. So I would like to say this and invite our two graduates up, both Ashley Daly and Tina Taylor of Columbus, front and center, while I say this. The ECOT class of 2006, congratulations, this is your day. It is your time to place mark history with entries which I know will positively impact our community, our country, and the world. Congratulations. And now, ladies, if you please. Congratulations. Okay, head back. Before we recess the class, just wanted to say that they'll all be recessing out. Please remain in your seats until they exit, and then you may follow them right out. Congratulations. Drive safely. God bless.